Welcome to everyone today to the wonderful ceremony and marriage of Carson and Sarah. So when we sit here today and we talk about the welcome, the best thing is talking about each and every one who's watching the ceremony today. Just like it takes a village to raise a child, it takes a full village to support what we see today. All we've talked about together, Carson to Sarah, is about what it means to be committed. We've talked about the difference between boyfriend and girlfriend and husband and wife. The differences in words, the differences in actions. But the most important thing is, for everyone who drove here and flew here, you guys are here today to make sure that this is a lasting commitment. That this is something in a world where everything is so fleeting and so fast and so temporary, that these hands you see held together right now, that this lasts forever. So it's okay to shed a tear of love, a tear of joy. This is a moment that we've been waiting for 11 years.
To the best crew ever, which is no surprise given that this is Sarah and Carson. For those of you that don't know me, my name is Karuna. Sarah and I have been partners in crime, ride or die, for over 20 years now. SpongeBob to my Patrick, the Red Bull to my Jägermeister, the Tinkerbell to my Pocahontas. If I were to sum up Sarah in one word, it would be magic. Some of my earliest memories are with her just making things happen. Lemonade stands from the back of my dad's minivan, campouts in her backyard, float trips down in the neighborhood river, Ouija board nights. We once filled water balloons with paint and threw darts at them. We puff-painted shirts with Kenny Chesney lyrics on them. Sarah's down for all the best adventures, which we all know. So it's only fitting that she met somebody like Carson. I remember the first time I met him when I visited Sarah at UK early in college. She was obsessed with this frat star. And the more I got to know him, the more I understood why. Carson can hang, he can hang. Throughout the last 10 years, he's proven he can keep up. From the Kentucky Derby to pool hopping in Bolingbrook, taking us out to the rivers in Kentucky to dive into the dams. Carson loves adventure. But the thing is, an Aquarius and an Aries are made for each other. Ethereal and down to earth, I couldn't be happier for the match that my best friend has found. Carson, you will always be part of the crew. Thank you for loving my best friend the way that she deserves to be loved. And I cannot wait for all the happiness, love, and adventure that awaits you too. So to the happy couple, pinkies up, SpongeBob!
Carson claims that the first time he looked in Sarah's eyes, he knew that he was going to spend the rest of his life with this woman. People say this all the time for different reasons, in different gains, but I believe him when he says it. He can tell me everything from day number 1 to day number 40 to day number 70, and right here to right now. He can tell me about every smile, and he can tell me about every single fight, and he can tell me about every single word. This is a man who's watched her movements, who's watched her thoughts, and who's supported her throughout the whole thing. And then there's a woman who describes Carson in a way that made me fall in love with Carson. The way that she described Carson, the way that she described the way he walked into a room, the ideas that he had, the passion that he had. This is what marriage is about. First day we met together, we talked about what's the difference between just dating and being married. And they really took the time to think about what it meant and what makes lasting relationships. And that's what we're sitting here for. This is what the welcome's about. It's about the love in each one of your heart. I want you to send that love forward, those thoughts, those prayers. And that's the support that we're going to talk about today. A true marriage is all about understanding that every single day is going to be different. That every now and then there's going to be hard times and there's going to be good times. But you have to understand that the adversity is going to bring you guys stronger. We talked about there's no longer Carson and Sarah, but there's a team, there's a unit. We talked about what it means to have a foundation and what it means to build on top of that. And the most beautiful thing is that you guys are willing to do the work. And with the work comes the love. With the love comes the commitment. With the commitment comes forever.
And love is what has brought us here. With the courage to come near, with the light to carry on. 2, 3, 4. And love is what has brought us here. With the courage to come near, chase away our pride and our fear.
Carson, we've waited 11 years for this day. From the day we met in that frat house garage in Kentucky, and you asked me to take an ice luge shot with you. I knew you were a special one.
You may have not known it yet, but you would soon. The first words I spoke that day were to my roommate and one of my best friends, Justin Griffin. Justin, I am going to marry that girl. Love at first sight for me was a reality. I've only fell in love once and will only fall in love once.
I feel like the luckiest girl in the world to call you mine. Anyone who knows you knows how much you light up a room when you walk in it. Your positive energy is contagious, and you live life to the absolute fullest. Life with you is freaking fun.
I promise to be here for you no matter what life throws at us. The tough times, the fun times, the good times, and the bad times.
I promise to encourage you, respect you, trust you, and to love you through all the good and the bad. I promise to always have your back and support all of your ideas, even how crazy they are.
We were put on this earth for each other, and know we will continue to be the badass power couple for the rest of our days. I feel unstoppable when I'm with you.
You've made the past 11 years of my life the best, and the best part is that we're only getting started. I'm so happy I took that shot with you, and I can't wait to take shots with you for the rest of my life. I love you, Carson. Here's to forever.
Darling, 'cause love is what has brought us here. With the light to carry, with the light to carry on, chase away our pride and our fear.
For those of you that may not know me, my name's Christian. I'm Carson's younger brother. Wait, younger, but not little brother. That's, let's make that very clear. Since a young age, I've always been little Carson, especially to all his friends. We've always been competing for who's bigger, faster, stronger, who wakes up earlier, who runs the most, who mountain bikes the best. But you know what? That type of competitive drive and that energy and that love for adventure is exactly what's attracted so many people to you, to be friends, to be clients, to be business partners, and why our family really loves you and cherishes you, so much. And so, that's always given me something to look up to, something to look forward to strive for in my life. So, we all thank you for that. They've both been the type of people that since a really young age, they've been able to create deep and lasting bonds and good friendships and just incredible relationships. And that's evident by the fact that there's multiple people here that have been friends with these guys for, 10, 15, even more years. I mean, that's hard to do with one person. And you talk about doing that with a handful, if not two handfuls. I can't even count on two hands how many people are here tonight who have known them for 15 plus years and will know them for another 15 plus years and be close friends and travel across the country and have incredible experiences like this, at the drop of a hat. So you guys have done great. Carson and Sarah both, as a brother and as now a sister-in-law, you guys have always given me goals to strive for, a relationship to emulate, and that's no different now. It's even more so now. I really love you guys, appreciate you guys. Watching through the hardships, the growth, it's been so many years that we've all been a part of your relationship in one way or another. It's proof that you really have something that's going to last an eternity, and there's no question about that. There's nothing that can stand in your way. You're going to make it through everything together. You guys always have and always will. Excited to see where life takes you. So here's to a lifetime of never settling. To no excuses, baby. No excuses. Hey, and we love you guys. Sarah and your family, you're always welcome to our family. We're happy to have you. Couldn't be happier. Let's give it up for the bride and groom.
Last year was a difficult year for all of us. I know there was a lot of strange things going on, and we didn't know if this wedding was even going to take place today. So when I look around and I see all the family and all these people that have traveled, it's a blessing from God that everyone is here today. Truly is a blessing. I'd also like to thank, Tanya and I would like to thank Carson's mother and father, Kim and Robert. You guys have raised such a great son with good values, good morals, and the main thing is respect. And I see that respect. He shows it to my daughter, and that's very important to me. They talked about Carson earlier, how when he gets something in his mind, he goes for it. So when Sarah was graduating from the University of Kentucky, Carson had already been out here in San Diego searching for his dream, his jobs, working hard. And I know Sarah really wanted Carson to be there for her graduation. She knew it couldn't possibly happen. But guess what? Carson gets wind of it, and he figured out a way to get from San Diego to Kentucky just in time for her graduation. And when he walked in and Sarah saw his face, the smile on Sarah's face, I knew right there, I said, man, she's in love with this guy. She likes this guy. And the look on Carson's face, because he surprised her, he was so happy too. It was beautiful. And I noticed that same look today at the altar. It was unbelievable. It was just fantastic. I got a quick little story about when I walked Sarah down the aisle today and holding her hand. It reminded me of another time that I walked with Sarah and let her hand go. She was starting first grade, and she was so excited to ride the bus. It was unbelievable. We live on a cul-de-sac, so I walked her around the corner, and she's holding my hand, and she saw the bus pull up, and she looked up at me, and I knew she was excited, so I let go of her hand, and she ran to that bus. And as she ran, I kind of just watched her. I stopped. She ran up them stairs and stopped, turned around, came back. I got down on, she ran back to me and put her arms around me and said, I love you, Dad. I said, Sarah, I love you. So, with all that being said, God bless. I wish Carson and Sarah the best of love and happiness. And may God bless you always. Cheers.
Hi everybody, my name is Connor Brennan. I am one of three best men. I'm number 2 of 3 best men. Yeah, I got shit on by a bird today, like 2 hours before this. And the only thing shittier than that is being number 2 of 3 best men. So the first thing I want to do, I want to thank the parents, Sarah and Carson's parents, so much. You guys have created the coolest kids I've ever met in my entire life. They're the most balls to the wall, impressive, driven, smart, challenged kids I've ever met in my entire life. Challenged, did you get that last one? They're challenged. I promised everybody here I would not do what I'm about to do. I'm going to do it anyway. I have not prepared a best man speech. Instead, I have prepared something completely irrelevant. It's a short screenplay of a conversation between Carson and I. It just reveals how good of a friend Carson is. It reveals how loving he is to his new wife, Capra. It embodies everything and shows in vivid color what a relationship is supposed to be like between two grown men. And we're going to sit down and read a script together. And I'm going to need some help from my friends Blake Cody and Justin Griffin. Carson Trujillo, here is your script. All right, Blake Cody, all right, here is your script. All right, Carson and I are going to sit in the front. Justin's going to sit in the back. So Justin is naturally the narrator for his big acting resume that he has in the past. And Blake Cody is going to play Carson's subconscious because he is the reason and rationale within our group of friends. So naturally, Carson is going to play Carson, Connor is going to play Connor, and we're just going to read a script to you of something that's happened in our past that I think it embodies everything that our relationship is. So with that, I lead Justin to send us off as the narrator in the story. And once again, Carson is Carson, I am Connor, and Blake is Carson's subconscious. You do not hear him. You do not know he's there. He's just saying what Carson is thinking.
This story begins 2 years ago on a warm summer day. Not a cloud in the sky. The air crisp with anticipation. Connor had decided to take his good pal Carson out to lunch to deliver a bit of news.
Hey, Carson.
Hey, Connor.
That was good. Carson, I bet you're wondering why I asked you to lunch today.
Why, yes, Connor. I was just thinking that.
This better be quick. I need to take a poop.
Well, Carson, this is going to come as a shock to you, but I think I'm going to ask Bethers to marry me on New Year's Eve.
Are you freaking kidding me? No way.
Carson, this is a PG dialogue at your wedding. There are children.
I'm sorry, Connor. I am such an idiot loser. Let me try again. Are you seriously going to propose, Connor? What are you thinking?
Why, yes, Carson. Bethers is the best thing to ever happen to me. She has a heart of gold, and her beauty defies all logic and reason.
Uh-oh. I don't know if I can hold it.
Congratulations, man. That's incredible. Hearing this gives me the courage to ask Sarah to marry me.
If I fart a little bit, maybe I won't have to poop.
Well, there's only one thing that I ask of you, Carson. I know how you can be a little impulsive. I'm asking you as a friend, please do not ask Sarah to marry you before I ask Bethers on New Year's Eve. I don't want you to steal my thunder, and I've got things all planned out.
Damn it, I pooped a little.
You're sick. Connor, I would never dream of stealing your thunder. That would be a real asshole thing to do. Now, please excuse me. I have to powder my nose.
Later that day, Carson makes a call.
I don't have.
No, you use the
Hi, this is Carson Trujillo. Can I please get the number for catamaran engagement cruises? I want to ask my girlfriend to marry me on a boat.
Don't do it, buddy. Connor asked you not to do this.
Yes, the planning department, please, as soon as possible.
Come on, man. Don't do this.
New Year's Eve is still available, you say?
Carson, no. There are plenty of other days you can plan to get engaged.
So you're telling me we can reserve a slightly smaller boat for 50% off? If we say today, anytime after New Year's?
Okay, good, Carson. You're doing good.
Preposterous. Give us the biggest boat you have on New Year's Eve right now.
Carson went on to propose to his wife Sarah 3 days before Connor proposed, making Connor look foolish. 584 days later, on August 7th, 2021, Connor's grudge turned to a sweet, sweet wine as he performed a dialogue of Carson at his wedding in front of all of his friends and family. Payback is a dish best served cold.